Hey Libras, happy solstice. This is our mid-December 2019 reading. The Fool card is the first card out, so the beginning of winter 2019-2020 is a new beginning in general for a lot of Libran energies, it looks like. It could also be saying that there is an Aries energy very significant to you, what matters most to you around this time, or what you came to the reading about, of course. Whether it's a new beginning or an Aries energy, and we'll get more cards out, of course, and see what we see. But either way, it's crossed by the Eight of Swords, this energy of being a victim of one's circumstances, feeling trapped, but certainly in truth only being trapped by one's own perspective, one's own thoughts, and the limitations that one is setting for themselves. This reading, as I said, is for mid-December 2019. For some of you, though, it may speak to the whole month of December. It may take you into 2020 for others of you. Since this is actually a happy solstice reading, for some of you, it actually may even see you through winter 2019. So it will be different for each Libra specifically. There also may just be messages for you here, even if we're not in December of 2019 as the reading finds you, right? So it's also just for whenever it does find you and whenever it resonates with you. As always, the Four of Chalices, Four of Cups in this deck shows up in your recent past position, Libras. This is the Game of Thrones Tarot. If you're interested in this deck or any of the decks I use, just check out the description down below. I will also go ahead and remind us that the reading is also for Libras of all shapes and sizes, Libras of any kind. We all have Libra in our chart somewhere, right? So it might be your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, etc. It might be your north node, your midheaven, or maybe you're just particularly interested in the house that Libra rules for you, right? Or maybe you just happen chanced upon the reading, and that can also certainly mean that there are messages here for you. We also have the Three of Earth, the Three of Pentacles on the table, Libras. So in your recent past, we had you withdrawing from an opportunity, but in the near future, we see some collaboration, a necessary collaboration, maybe engaging in some work that allows you to do something you love to do. Maybe both. Maybe a collaboration that allows you to do the work you love to do. For some of you, you're doing the kind of work that has you losing track of time. And then we also have the Ace of Water and the King of Water. Both of those things are actually resurfacing for us. These showed up before, while I was shuffling and meditating with the deck for you before recording. So the Ace of Water is your advice. Open up, share openly, head towards a new love. That doesn't necessarily mean a romantic lover, but some type of new love in your life, a new activity, path, choice, something or someone you love being with, love engaging with, right? Head towards that, and with an open heart, openly, willing to share. Some of you need to just be willing to share your work. You have an opportunity, you have a new beginning you've passed up an opportunity to share your work in the past. You're telling yourself it's not good enough, it's not ready, but you've got some help likely, and you just need to open up and share. It's something that will heal other people, and that's why the divine is really encouraging you to share that work. You're either an artist, a creative, or some type of a healer. An energetic healer, perhaps. Some of you, maybe a lot of you. Counselor of sorts, or any type of healer. Again, you know, a creative. That creative artwork heals. And that's why I think you're really being encouraged to take a step forward, take a risk, get out of your own head, out of your own way, stop setting limitations for yourself that restricts you. It is your choice. That's another reason you're being encouraged to do this. You're being encouraged to see that this is your choice. You have the choice. This is a fork in the roads. It's a new emotional opportunity, a new emotional beginning for you, one that leads to true happiness if you choose to take this risk. Follow what is mysterious for you here, what is inspiring for you, something that you've been chasing for a long time since you were young, likely. That's the choice that the cards, that the divine, that you truly, your higher self wants you to make here. It's the end of a karmic cycle. It clears some karma for you. To make this choice, and you're really being encouraged toward it for two reasons. One, so that you can just see that it is your choice, you have this power, and you will lose the ability to make this choice for yourself if you wait too long to make the choice. But also, you're actually being encouraged in a specific direction of opening up and sharing whatever your work is, Libras, because you've missed your opportunity to do so in the past. And maybe you withdrew from that opportunity for a reason, but now that it's coming around again, it may not, for some of you, come around a third time or a next time after this, right? It's already been passed up on once. And just because one opportunity wasn't right for you does not mean that another opportunity to share the same work that in fact has been refined even more so by now at this point in time, right? It doesn't mean that this opportunity isn't for you. It requires you, the entire situation requires you to master your emotions, elevate your own emotional IQ, evolve your emotional status, I suppose we could say. Because that is what it is, the fear and the memories of an opportunity that wasn't for you in the past, the fear of the mystical, the mysterious, the unknown path in front of you, the fear of failure, the fear of success, the fear of vulnerability, being open, sharing that much of oneself, being revealed, being known, whether or not that's safe, right? All of that is at play here, but it's all of that emotion that is ruling you and ruling the decision and ruling the situation, and so making the decision for you. And after a while, you won't have one to make anymore. Or you could clear your karma and secure financial independence. I mean, if you wanted to. Like, if that sounded good. It's painful. It's a painful ending. It is. It's a painful ending. That clearing that karma, the end of that cycle, it's a painful ending. Choosing this new beginning means leaving like a lot of things behind and committing to a lot of work ahead of you. A mysterious work. You don't even know what it's going to be like. There's going to be a long period of transition and trying to figure out how to do that work and how to fit that much work in. Yeah. That's why it feels like it's not a simple and an easy choice, but really it should be. This clears your karma and ends the cycle for you and secures some type of physical independence. For a lot of you, it is financial. It could be. And just allows you to not only master your own emotions, but master your craft as a healer, as a creative, whatever it is that you love to do, and engage in a collaboration that's very beneficial for you. It's either, you know, for a lot of you, it's just a necessary collaboration, but it could become a playful one, even if it's not already. But for so many of you, it's something that you either love to do because you need to do it, or you truly love to do it so much that you don't notice the time passing. So if not now, then when? I mean, you're almost hesitating here. Like, all the signs point to jump, leap, go, Libra, but you're almost hesitating here as if you think somehow you can avoid vulnerability in general. So if you're not going to be vulnerable at this time for this work, in this moment, in this for this opportunity, Libras, then when? Right? We all have to open up and share and be vulnerable and face those fears, be scared but proceed anyway, be naked in front of the crowd at some point, right? Or we never share what means most to us. Again, your choice. You know, if that's something that you wanted to do, then that's up to you. And that's the nature of the beast. That's why this trap is so uncomfortable. That's why the ones that we make for ourselves are the worst, because we're fighting what we want. Some part of you, your core nature, knows that it needs to share what means most. That's going to be part of what being truly alive means, living truly authentically means for you. And yet there's this other part of you that fights it to the point where it questions if that's ever necessary in this lifetime. Can't I just avoid it entirely? And that's why those traps are the most painful, because we are, you know, tearing ourselves from each end. We're going completely against what we absolutely need to feel most alive. So, it is your choice. I just think it's a lot more obvious than it seems, right? Just depends on, you know, how you're looking at it. So, I think we will leave it there, Libras, for mid-December 2019, or again, whenever the reading finds you and resonates. I truly do hope that the needed insight was able to reach you here. And if you need a personal reading, I'm not sure if I said this already, just check out the description box down below. You should find all the information that you need there. Thank you so much for all of your continued contributions to Lunartics Tarot. It's truly appreciated. And do make the most of the end of 2019, Libras, especially that new moon in Capricorn. It is a solar eclipse. Make the most of that. Work your moon magic, set intentions, do self-care rituals, or whatever is most magical to you around that type of a time. I've heard recently that we want to wait a couple of days to allow that intense solar eclipse, new moon energy to really sink in and marinate before we then go ahead and set our intentions. So that's what resonated with me. That's what I'm going to do. But of course, you know, follow what feels right for you. And that said, happy 2020 as well. Make the most of the beginning of 2020. And I truly look forward to doing another reading for us just as soon as I can. I love you.